welcome to Ask Alicia Anything, episode 4. It's good to see everyone. We have awesome questions this time, and I can't wait to dive right in. So I won't take up any more of your time saying hello, and I will just jump into the first question. Do you have a ritual you use to celebrate new releases? This is from Diane. Diane, I don't have a ritual really, but I do celebrate each one, and I do pour myself a glass of wine or a Guinness and hope that my husband says nice things to me because it's always kind of exciting. For the very first one, he took me to the place where we had our wedding reception in Columbus, and so that was really special. But that only happened for the first one. So, maybe one of these days I'll get him to go back. We'll see. But no real ritual, I would say. Just, grateful to have another book out in the world each time. So thanks for asking. Oh, here's a tough one. What is my fondest memory from high school? Wow. This one takes some thought because this is from Charlotte. So thank you, Charlotte. I have a lot of great memories from high school. I wasn't one of those kids that hated high school. I loved high school. To this day, I still love the process of school. I love learning, and I love just growing, and just being in that environment is really cool for me. So my fondest memory, I think, would be my junior year. I was active in our theater program, and I earned the lead role in Annie, Get Your Gun, and that was pretty cool. I did not think I would get that role. So it was a shock, and it was truly, those next few months were truly like the best part of my high school career. So yes, Annie, Get Your Gun, London High School. Yeah, that was my favorite. So yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here's a great one. This is also from Charlotte. Charlotte, you have a lot of great questions. Would you ever mentor someone to help them in writing their first book? Yes, is the answer to that question. But right now, it's really hard because I have a full-time job and a full-time writing job on top of the full-time regular job. So my time is really limited. But yes, absolutely. I hope, in fact, in the future, if I ever get to do this writing gig full-time without the other day job, I definitely would love to do some of that whole giving back to the people who helped me, because this is not, you don't do this by yourself. I sit up here in my little office and I tippity tap at the keyboard keys and make a story, but it is not done in a vacuum. And there are tons of other people who help me along the way. So yes, is the answer to that question. I would, absolutely. So thank you, Charlotte. I like this one just because it's fun and it's a good time of year for this question. Meredith asks, what is your favorite movie? I love M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense. If you have not watched it, it is absolutely amazing. And this is the perfect month for it because it's creepy. And if you haven't watched it, it's like been out forever. So I'm totally dating myself. But I have a friend who claims, I'm spoiling it. Sorry, if you haven't seen it, please, it's been forever. You've seen it. That claims to know the ending of that from the very beginning of the movie. I don't know if I believe her. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, just in case you want to see it yourself. I don't want to completely spoil the movie because it totally would. But yeah, she claims she knew all along. I don't believe her. So we can continue having that little debate amongst ourselves. But if you are one of those people who claim that you knew it from the very beginning, I would like to know how, because I think it was fantastic and it was so well done. I totally didn't see it coming at all. So nice job, Mr. Shyamalan. It's fantastic. So if you haven't watched it, The Sixth Sense, watch it now. Perfect. All right, we have another question. Oh, I like this one. Which book has been the most rewarding for you to write and why? This is from Winter. Winter, that's a fabulous question and a hard one to answer. They all mean a lot to me and were all very rewarding for very different reasons. I think the one that was most rewarding for me was probably Inherent Truth, the very first one, just because that's the one that really started this whole process for me. So finishing that and seeing that out in the world was pretty amazing. The one I worked the longest on was Inherent Lies. That was part of my Master of Fine Arts in writing. That was part of my, thesis project for that program. So I spent a lot of time on that novel. So it was rewarding because it marked the end of my MFA. Of course, it didn't come out until much later, but so yes, that was rewarding in that way, but definitely Inherent Truth. It was the first. It kind of kicked everything off, and so it will always hold a special place in my heart. It's also dedicated to the memory of my grandmother, which there's a reason for that. She was a real inspiration for that book, and so kind of felt like she was with me when I was writing that. So yeah, Winter, to answer your question, Inherent Truth would be the one that's been most rewarding for me. Thank you for asking that, because that's a fabulous question. I appreciate that so much. So thank you. Okay. Oh, there's so many good ones. Let's see. Hang on. Oh my gosh. There's so many. What is your favorite childhood book? This is a question. I'm like going through these. I have that question a couple different times from a couple different people. As most of you know, I teach elementary students, so I read a lot of kidlit. However, I don't remember a lot of the ones from my childhood. I think the one I remember the most is The Velveteen Rabbit. I think that was one of my favorites growing up. That whole idea of, being shabby and still being loved, like that was kind of cool. But Patricia Polacco is an amazing author and illustrator. And her books, and I wish I had one here in my office, but I don't. They're all at school. Her books are amazing. And there's one in particular that's centered around World War II, and it's called The Butterfly. And if you haven't had a chance to read that, please do. If you're like me, you'll cry at the end, but please read her books. Her books are amazing. And so much more than a kid's book. So really, any of her books, highly recommend. In fact, my daughter and I were at the Mazza Museum, which is up at the University of Findlay, a couple weekends ago, and they have some of her art up there. It's like a children's illustration museum. And they have some of her up there, her stuff up there. And I will maybe insert it here in the video so you can see some pictures. But her books are incredible, and they're so deep. They're just not just a kid's book, you know what I mean? So yeah, check her out, because I think The Butterfly is probably one of my favorites right now. And it has been for quite some time, but she's great. Art and text. So thank you, Rania, I think, if I'm not pronouncing your name right, I'm so sorry. Okay, last one for today. Do you have a favorite time and place to write? Okay, my favorite place is here in my office. I'm comfortable here. It looks like a mess behind me. It really isn't as much of a mess as it may look. But so my office is kind of my cozy spot where I can shut myself away and write and think and put stuff on that lovely chart paper behind me and kind of work through some plot holes. But time is a different story. When I work through the school year, I get up at 3 to 3:30 a.m. before school every day, so I can get my writing in, because by the time I'm done with the school day, my brain is fried and there is zero creativity left inside my soul. Zero. So I get up really early, and that works for me. It's really hard, I think. It takes a lot of experimentation to find the right balance when you're working a full-time job and also trying to be a writer, because you do have to give things up in order to make things work. And so I give up my mornings, my sleep in the mornings, but I do go to bed very early, like ridiculously early, because I do need my sleep, and I know that about myself. I'm no good if I have no sleep. I can't pull all-nighters. I'm not me. No, can't do it. So Glenda, to answer your question, my favorite time and place to write is at 3:30 in the morning in my office. All right. I do want to say this time, I'm going to start showing you guys what the newsletter prize is each time. So this month, October's newsletter prize is from Mead Enamels in Ireland. So this comes direct from the Fair Isle herself. And this is an enamel, like necklace. You can see the back, it's a necklace. So it's really cool. And I hope whoever wins it enjoys it, because I think it's kind of cool. I might wear it myself, you know? Who knows? So anyway, in order to be entered into the contest to win this lovely necklace, all you have to do is ask me a question and ask Alicia anything. So ask me anything. I've got a ton more cards to go through, but we'll get through them. And some of them are doubles, like the same. So please ask me anything. If the link doesn't work for you, feel free just to shoot me an email and ask in an email. I'm okay with that too. And it'll still enter you for the prize. And in the next newsletter, you will get, it'll say who the winner is. So make sure if you're the winner, you contact me. If I don't hear from you, I can't get your stuff to you. So please make sure that you're checking that email so that you see if you're a winner. Because I've had a couple people not email me, and I'm sad. So please let me know. And if you're one of those people from an earlier Ask Alicia Anything that won, then please let me know. I still have your prize. Okay, so happy reading. And I hope you enjoyed the newsletter this time, because it's chock full of good news. Check out the promos, seriously. You'll find lots of great books, including mine. All right, so I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.